Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today, and happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with all of you. Of course, today is Star Wars Day, the day that all of us fans get to celebrate the thing we love, and that is Star Wars. There's always a ton of new merch, new collectibles that you can pick up for May the 4th, and they even do some special things around the movies. I do know this weekend they re-released The Phantom Menace back in the theaters to celebrate its anniversary, I believe 25 years, which is crazy. We did go see it this weekend as well, so that was always fun. But today I thought we might as well go ahead and celebrate May the 4th here with our Funko Pops like we usually do. In the past, I have done some different collection tours showing off all the different pops that I have, but today I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a video where I show off just my top 10 most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops that I have in my collection. I was going back and forth between if I should do my favorite Star Wars Funko Pops I have in my collection or my most expensive, but at the end of the day, I think both of those lists would have a lot of crossover, a lot of the same, so I decided, hey, why not just go with the top 10 most expensive, because it's always cool to see where my collection value is, because I honestly haven't been keeping up with it. Now, just for reference as the amount of Star Wars Pops that I have, I counted up, it's somewhere over 100 different Star Wars Funko Pop. Now, admittedly, I have gotten rid of some over the years, so I probably had a whole lot more, probably closer to 150 to 200, but I think right now I'm probably hovering around somewhere between 100 120 Star Wars Pops. Now, before we get into the rest of the video, if you guys are new to the channel, you do enjoy Funko content, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like in this video as well if you enjoyed it. It does make a massive difference. And if you never want to miss a video, you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. So let's go ahead and jump on into the list of the top 10 most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops that I have in my collection. And at number 10 on this list, we have one of our favorite characters, and that is Obi-Wan Kenobi. And this is the Walgreens exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Some of the cooler moments in the entire Star Wars saga comes from that movie, and this is such a cool pop with the Jedi robes on and everything as he's getting ready to face off with Anakin on Mustafar. Absolutely love this pop here. I've had this in my collection, I believe, since about 2020 is when I picked it up, but it is a pop that came out, at least this one was printed back in 2018, so a number of years ago. So getting to be a pretty old pop, but definitely one of my favorites just because, again, we love Obi-Wan Kenobi and we also love Revenge of the Sith. Now, as far as the value on this pop, it is starting off at $60, not too shabby. And getting to number 9 on our list today, this is definitely a really cool pop and one that I picked up back at my old local comic book shop. This one is Padme Amidala from Attack of the Clones. This was an Emerald City Comic Con exclusive back from, I believe it was 2018. Yes, 2018. Guys, look how clean that figure is. I love the outfit she has on in that movie as they're going to, you know, try to rescue some of the other Jedi, like rescue Obi-Wan and go into that battle. Such a great looking figure. Now, this is the shared sticker. I believe the con sticker is probably closer to like 200 or something like that, but this is definitely a great figure, and this one is also going to be valued at $60, the same as Obi-Wan. Now, getting down to number 8, this is a pop I was able to pick up back at Star Wars Celebration in 2022 over in Anaheim, California. And I'm definitely glad we're able to pick this one up because it is a Stormtrooper pop, and admittedly, I don't have a ton of Stormtrooper pops, so I was definitely glad I was able to get this one. This is, again, that Star Wars Celebration exclusive Stormtrooper, and this is just so clean. This wave of pops that came out for the Star Wars Celebration was supposed to celebrate A New Hope for its anniversary, but definitely a really cool one. But what's weird about this one is that they ended up kind of re-releasing this line as commons, so it did take a lot of the specialness and value away, but overall it's still holding pretty strong with the con sticker being valued at $65. Now, going up to number 7, and this is where we definitely take a big jump up in value and get to a lot of the heavier hitters in my collection. This next figure we were able to pick up at New York Comic Con back in 2022, and it instantly became one of my favorite Funko Pops I have in my collection, especially my Star Wars collection. This one right here is the Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones with the 2 lightsabers. Such an amazing pop, and it does come with that official con sticker because we did actually go to the con and pick this up there. Very hard to get. It did sell out. Luckily, we were able to pick this one up. And again, one of my favorites. I love the outfit with the robes and everything, and how he has his little Padawan hair braid and everything, and then holding the 2 lightsabers. This one looks so cool. And like I mentioned, the value definitely took a jump up compared to the last pops we talked about. So this one is going to be valued at $130. Going up to number 6 on the list is another convention exclusive. You might notice a number of different exclusives and convention exclusives on this list because naturally those ones are harder to get. And this one is another one that comes from Star Wars Celebration back in 2022. Definitely an amazing pop. This is the Diamond Edition Grogu that they had at the Star Wars Celebration store. And as you can tell, he also comes in that sideways box like some of the other Grogus do. But I really do like this pop here. And they did a good job on the diamond. And it is limited to 5,000 pieces. Makes it even more rare. So we were definitely lucky enough that we were able to pick this up back at that Star Wars Celebration in 2022. And as far as the value on this Grogu, this is going to be the most expensive Grogu you can find currently. It's going to be valued at $185. Now getting into the top 5 on this list, definitely some really crazy pops, and the values of these have definitely fluctuated a little bit. Some of the pops that were in my top 10 before have dropped out, and the ones in my top 5 pretty much have all gone up in value quite a bit. So definitely some pretty cool things to see there. But at number 5 on our list, we have one of my favorites in the collection, one that we got a very long time ago, and luckily we did pay half the price of what the value is now. This is Jar Jar Binks, the original blue box Jar Jar Binks. It was the only Jar Jar Binks pop up until the past couple years where they released a few more, but I really love this original look of Jar Jar. Just look how weird Jar Jar looks, that old Funko Pop look and everything. I love this figure, and they do have some other really crazy pops here on the back. Unfortunately, I don't have any other of these, but I would love to get them at some point, especially that Lando and also that Queen Amidala. Some pretty crazy pops, and this one came out all the way back in 2013. And this one right here is going to be valued at $190. Now coming in at number 4 on the list, we have another pop from Star Wars Celebration 2022. This is the last one we have from that convention, but this is a super cool limited piece pop. This one was actually coming from Loungefly. We can get a pop and Loungefly bag and pop bundle, and luckily my wife was able to pick it up for us, and I'm so glad because this pop right here is super cool. It is the Diamond Edition R2-D2 with that con sticker. Now I mentioned it's limited piece count. As you can tell, the sticker does not show that limited piece count. Funko kind of messed up for the convention and did not have that sticker on there, either for the shared or for the official sticker, but I'm trying to remember. It's something like 3,000 or 5,000 pieces, something like that. Pretty rare, but still, I'm so glad we were able to pick this one up because the value definitely shows how rare this thing is. This Diamond Edition R2-D2 pop with the con sticker, it's going to be valued at $210. Now we're creeping up to the top 3 on this list of our most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops in the collection. And at number 3, we definitely have the biggest pop in terms of size. This is one of the Star Wars Smuggler Bounty Box exclusives. This is the duel on Mustafar from the movie Moments. Guys, this thing is just so sick. This has been one of our favorite pieces in the collection since I picked it up back in 2021. I want to say I got it from one of our local stores back in Florida when we lived there, but I absolutely love this thing here. You have Obi-Wan and also Anakin with those kind of Sith eyes there on the platform fighting with the lava underneath. Absolutely an amazing figure, and I'm so glad we have this. Can't believe we have this. And this thing right here, in terms of its value, is valued at $230. And speaking of special pops, at number 2 is another one of my favorites, and it's very special, not just because I love it, but also because it is an Error Funko Pop, one that is super rare. And this one from Star Wars Rebels, we have the Error Chopper Pop. And Chopper is definitely my favorite droid that you can find in Star Wars. He is so cool. Now you might be asking, what is the error on this pop? Now it's actually on the box with the name. So as you can see on the front, it actually says Chop, which is a nickname, what a lot of the crew calls him. But the pop was actually supposed to say Chopper, so they quickly stopped distributing the Chop ones and redistribute it with Chopper, so you can find a lot of the Chopper pops at a much lower cost. It's still pretty expensive for, you know, a regular common pop. When I first picked this up, the value was around $200 or so, but now the value of this Error Chopper is gonna be at $320. Now we've come a long way on this top 10 list, coming all the way up to number 1 as the most expensive Star Wars Funko Pop I have in the collection. And this one I was able to get by having one of the craziest mystery box pulls back from Fun Days 2022 when they had their at-home boxes. I was actually able to get this. It is a Freddy Funko, but I do consider it Star Wars, of course, because it is a Star Wars character. This is the glow-in-the-dark Freddy Funko as Darth Maul from 2022 Fun Days. The rarer version, there were 2 different versions of them, the non-glow and the glow, and somehow we were able to pull the glow-in-the-dark version. This thing is so sick. The paint job on it is amazing. The fact that it's a Freddy and you have the crown and everything on top of him as well is even better. I'm super surprised you even pulled this off, but I'm absolutely loving it. Limited to just 2,000 pieces there. And this is such an amazing one, definitely one of my favorites in the collection. And the value on this thing is going to be at $400. That is pretty crazy. And that Freddy Funko as Darth Maul is actually one of the most expensive pops I have in my entire collection, in the top 5. But I gotta say, there are some pretty crazy Star Wars pops out there in terms of their values, and there are some that totally eclipse any of the ones that we have today. There are some old con exclusives, some holographic glow-in-the-dark Star Wars pops, and even some old vaulted ones. I would love to get some of those in the future. I doubt I'll be able to pick any of them up, but maybe one day I could get them. Maybe a Hall H Ahsoka, maybe a glow-in-the-dark Obi-Wan Kenobi. Who knows what we can maybe get in the future, but I know for sure we will be continuing to add new Star Wars Funko Pops to my collection, and we'll try to keep track of this list for maybe next year and see if it changed at all. Maybe we pick up another crazy Star Wars grail. But there we have it, guys. There's our look at our top 10 most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops as we celebrate May the 4th. I hope you guys enjoy taking a look at some of our favorites and most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops we have in the collection. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below, do you own any of these pops that I showed off today? And also let me know what are some of your most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops, or maybe even some of your favorite Star Wars Funko Pops you have in your collection. I would love to hear all about it in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like in this video as well if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.